Uh, have you ever watched a show that absolutely hooked you, but still had moments that made you roll your eyes? If you're a fan of Suits, you've probably been there. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. It really helps. Now, let's talk about Suits and its upcoming spinoff, Suits LA. Uh, the original had charm, quick-witted banter, and iconic characters, uh, but it also had a few quirks that got under our skin. Lucky for us, Suits LA has an opportunity to take the best parts of its predecessor while avoiding some of the pitfalls. Ready to dig into this love-hate dynamic? Imagine sitting down to watch Suits, and within the first 15 minutes, a major secret uh, spills that um, the drama unfolds. But wait, characters are lying to each other again. Sure, deception is part of the legal game, but X Point really leaned into this trope, often at the expense of character relationships. That Harvey and Mike's bond, for instance, brimmed with loyalty, yet they repeatedly betrayed each other. Uh, 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 let's hope. Honestly, it really doesn't have a member dials back in the lies and focuses on building trust or can't help building. After all, how many times can your best friend cross you before you stop answering their texts? And speaking of things overdone, remember the iconic Suits catchphrases. If you had $1 for every "this deposition is over" or "get out of my office" shouted passionately at someone, you could probably afford an espresso machine like Harvey's, Hollywood Fast, or. And these lines became comfortingly predictable, but eventually felt like a broken record. Um, would do well to shake up its dialogue while still keeping that sharp legal wit we all love. And hey, if Harvey makes a cameo, maybe we'll let him recycle one or two classics for old time's sake. And another thing that was Suits mastered kind of was the art of the cliffhanger. The season finales kept us hooked, but the resolutions, not so much of not so much actor. Um, think back to Trevor's threat to spill Mike's secret that had us clutching our cushions. Um, Yet by the very next episode, everything seemed oddly fine. Even Mike's prison stint zipped by faster than Lewis. Can raise an objection, and um, for Suits LA to stand out, each twist need to pack a punch and carry real consequences. No more drama for drama's sake. Okay. And oh, the romances. Where do we even begin? Whether it was Mike and Rachel's rocky ride or the will they won't they saga of Harvey and Dada, often fumbled its love story arcs. Um, they either dragged too long or wrapped up with little room to explore. Um, don't get us started on Louis' messy love life. Um, it would be Suits LA. We are rooting for you to strike the right balance between sizzling chemistry and coherent storytelling. Um, if you thought the conflicts and suits were exhaustive, you weren't wrong. Um, so, what characters seem to recycle arguments like law firms reuse briefcases. How many times did Harvey and Lewis promise they were done with each other, only to start bickering like siblings over the last slice of pizza? Uh, sure, some of those fights were entertaining, but by season 9, we were ready for fresh drama. Um, um, Fingers crossed brings new dynamics to the table without beating us over the head with deja vu. Uh, on the topic of believable scenarios, let's not forget the slightly too polished magic of Suits. From attorneys glancing at intricate documents from mere seconds to junior associates, making partner faster than it takes to microwave popcorn. Realism took a back seat. Nobody's asking for legal TED Talk, but it wouldn't hurt for Suits LA to ground its cases in just a touch more reality. After all, even Harvey Specter needs a dose of humble pie once in a while. And, the flashbacks. Why did every flashback in Suits feel like a rehearsed monologue in high school play? While it was fun to glimpse characters' pasts, like Mike's teenage hairstyle experiments, too often they felt disconnected from the central plot. And a flashback here and there is fine, but they should feel like sprinkles on a cupcake, not the entire dessert. And let's reserve them for when Suits LA truly needs to unveil a juicy backstory. Lastly, can we talk about the law firm name changes? 13 times people. 13 from Pearson Hardman to Zing Specter Wheeler Williams. It was hard to keep track of the firm's identity. By the end, it felt like winning an argument at the firm was less about skill and more about getting your name on the wall. Here's hoping Suits LA settles on one perfect name and sticks with it. Because let's be real, no one's ordering stationery for a new name every season. Here's a lighthearted thought. Maybe the firm name changes so often because the sign guy down the street gives them a discount. I guess who doesn't want a loyal service provider, right? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.